We flip from the front cover and are greeted by a detailed establishing panel. A sprawling coastal kingdom framed by mountains. To the north, an opulent palace sits tall and comfortably overlooking the rest of the city. The towering mountains behind it frame it like a crown, and we see that the peaks extend southeast and southwest all the way to the coast. At the end of the east coast lies a menacing volcano, and underneath it, a lone witch's hut in a small grove. To the end of the west coast, a humble lighthouse rests upon a hill, greeting new and old visitors alike. And in between these mountains, we see an interesting mix of architecture. Luxury buildings south of the palace transition into industrial buildings. And then further south, well, this is what catches your eye the most. Stippling the landscape are these sprawling expanses of crowded shells. Spiraled shapes blend together in intricate complexes in what could only be described as an ecosystem. And if you look real close, it seems that those shells have doors and windows. The opening page labels this part of the map the reef. This is where our story takes place. We flip the page. A man with a bold mustache sits at a desk as he speaks into a nautilus shell. His voice bubble disappears into the shell and reappears on the panel to his right. There we see a large pole above the reef, and on top of the pole, some more shells are affixed to its end. The voice bubble reemerges from these shells. A speaker. It's the morning news. Good morning, Reef. It's a cool 75 degrees today. Enjoy the early morning sun while it lasts, because it looks like we'll have some late evening rain rolling in. And news from the palace. Hermit crabs have officially been labeled as an endangered species. The Royal Guard will be cracking down on illegal trading. So hide your stashes, people. In news from the coast, it seems that the rise in monster attacks are threatening our boardwalk. If you have an A-tier power and want to volunteer as a lifeguard, please contact Blaze down by the boardwalk. In finance, the shell market is looking better than ever, with some fluctuations in the Ometepe sector. And of course, for all your investing needs, visit Drip's Curio Collections. Drip, your premium shell collector. And this has been your morning update with me, Cam Clam. And we flip the page to see a panel of a hero running. Can we describe your character, Tori?
My character is Louie Giles, but you can just call me Lou. So I might not be the fastest runner, but I am known for my jumping. And because I have such a powerful jump, you'll see me in a pair of overalls that keep my pants secure anytime I have to pop up in the air. I've got some light facial hair that's starting to come in. I'm a brunette of Italian, from the Italian shell continent. And I've got hair that I keep in pretty, out my face, pretty prim and proper.
Lovely. Louis, we jump into you mid-action. You just saw somebody in a shark mask and what seems like partial shark costume snatch a purse away from an old woman, and you are in hot pursuit through the alleys of the reef. Around you, these, again, giant spiraled shell architecture. Everything is crowded in the reef. It's almost like differing variations of levels to the city. So there are ups and downs, twists and turns. It's easy to get lost in here, but you're a native, and this guy's trying to lose you. He's about maybe 100, 200 feet in front of you, and he's got a pretty big lead. What do you do?
So obviously, I'm going after the shark assailant, no questions asked. My body moves before my brain has time to think about it. Mechanically, how would you feel about defend someone?
Here's the cool thing about masks. In masks, we talk about action first and then moves trigger. So within the set of different moves we have, they don't actually happen until what you described necessitates it. So let's say, for example, you were taking a bullet for somebody, right? You would verbally describe, oh my God, I need to protect this person. I jump in front of him. That's a defend somebody. But in this case, you have a couple of options. What would Louis do in this situation?
Yeah, I guess this would be directly engage a threat. I would love something with
Well,
savior.
I
Can I
think
use
it's what are you doing? Are you running? Are
You don't have to choose a move.
Yeah, you
you
don't have to
just
pick.
choose your
Yeah.
action and then
Oh,
the moves
all
will
right.
happen.
My bad.
Yeah,
my
just
bad.
narrate.
Okay, so I quickly look around for a building that seems structurally secure, but something I know for sure I can jump on top of. So I jump on top to try to see above all the twisting alleyways to get a view of where the shark is.
Perfect. It sounds to me like you've been running after this guy for a while and you need an edge on him.
Yes.
You need to assess the situation.
Okay.
This is a superior move. On a 10 plus, you get to ask 2 questions. On a 7 to 9, only ask 1, and you get a +1 on acting on any of these answers. So this will give you an edge in this situation mechanically, and it makes perfect sense. We'll go over the questions in a little bit, but
I'm going to
we're on
send it.
roll
You
20.
ready?
Yeah,
Okay, so a
a-
7.
Mixed success.
a 7. On a mixed success, you get to answer 1 question. Do you see on the roll 20 where it says assess the situation?
Yes.
Any number of those questions.
For reference for the listeners, it's what here can I use to blank? We won't read these every time, but just for the first time. What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable to me? How could we best end this quickly?
How could we best end this quickly is the question I'd like to ask.
Here's a cool thing that you didn't notice before. This guy was like a run and grab sort of situation, but you see as at the top of this spiraling cone, you see this guy in the shark costume run straight into a building and then phase through it. And then he jumps out the other side of the building. You hear screams from inside the building. And then seeing that he's lost you, apparently, he jumps into the ground like a land shark.
Land sharks.
This guy has a very, very powerful ability. But here's a thing that you notice. As he's jumping up and down through the land, you notice as he's jumping up, he knocks into somebody, a real physical person. It seems that his powers don't work on real people, organic matter. Best way to end this, you gotta knock this guy out. I don't know how you're gonna catch up to him, but you gotta knock him out.
You have a friend.
Right now, you're all alone.
It's just me. Okay, I would hope that I could get some kind of advantage if I take my pretty high jump from shell home to shell home, and ideally land on the shark, much like a ground pound.
I love it. We see you jump, and you line it up such that boom, 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 you're about to ground pound, and then that moment of hesitation always comes to you. You don't get to control how this ability works, how it ends up going down. Will you miss? Will you hit somebody? This is the danger.
Ugh.
On a danger roll, directly engaging a threat, you roll plus danger. On a hit, trade blows. On a 10 plus, pick 2. On a 7 to 9, pick 1. I think this is exactly what you're describing.
All right.
And for the listeners, a hit is anything that is 7 plus, and a miss is anything that is 6 or below. A hit can be either a strong effect with a 10 plus or a mixed effect with a 7 to 9.
Oh dear.
Or a miss like Tori just got.
I got it.
Oh dear. Um, you're jumping from house to house to house to house until this guy reaches a part where everything is open. It's almost like this little market, open air market in the middle of the reef.
Stop, thief! And because I failed, I mark potential?
Yep.
Exactly. Well, here's what your potential lands you into. You see, as you're high in the sky, this guy is right below you. You have him dead to rights, but unfortunately, you do announce yourself in the sky as you just did. So he has time to look up, think to himself, and then as you're slamming down to the ground, just jumping out of the way before you just slam your butt to the ground and scream out in pain, the earth kind of shakes for a bit, and all the nearby stands are shattered. Like
Oh,
fruit is falling everywhere. People,
My cabbages.
yes, exactly. And the adults are yelling, "Hey, watch it there! You're gonna hurt somebody!"
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please let me help clean this up.
And
Do I get the sense he's out of, like, I cannot catch him? He's made a clean escape.
he's still in range. You still see him like 100 feet
okay.
away. But that sight is exactly what Forrest and Bree see as they are in the market shopping.
oh. Forrest,
Yeah.
do you think you could catch up?
Well, I am the fastest runner,
I can help.
and I go for it.
And I think I'm going to stay back to comfort our dear friend and help with the cleanup efforts.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I say, "Don't worry, y'all. I got this." And I run
Yes,
as fast as I can.
you do.
Thank you. And I run as fast as I can to catch up with Shark Dude.
I have a question, Anish. Did Louie take a condition?
Now, why would you teach your teacher this?
That's my
also
job as the rules lawyer.
Fine, fair.
Actually,
I don't know if that's actually what happens. That's my question, because I'm not really on a miss. I feel like you get to decide that. I'm not sure.
Yes, I do get to decide that. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna influence you, actually, Tori. Thank you for reminding me.
A lot of adults here, they disapprove.
What they're saying to you is that you're actually a danger to society. So you're anything but mundane. So shift danger up and mundane down.
It's like that scene in Hercules where he just wants to play frisbee and he ends up destroying the whole. Okay, mundane is down and danger is up.
Is there a way for me to help out with that if I'm in the area to be like, don't feel so bad about yourself. You're only trying to help. These
Yeah, so
these
you can-
squares don't understand.
You can definitely frame it. You have influence, I believe, over Louis. So anytime you want to influence somebody to shift their labels, you can. So what would that scene look like?
I think I come up and I grab a piece of fruit from the ground that has fallen out of one of these stands and I just start munching on it. And
Hey,
like,
you gotta pay for that.
hey, don't be freaking rude to my friend, okay? He was trying to save your stand, so maybe get it together and then we'll talk. And I take Louie away. Actually, I don't help clean up. And I'm like, Louie, don't even sweat it, okay? A little more practice, and you're gonna be in there making perfect jumps.
Man,
And I hand you a piece of fruit.
I am gonna go back and pay for this later, but I do appreciate the offering. Marcellus, Big Marmar, he made this all look so easy.
I don't. This is okay. Marcellus, your brother. Yeah, that's rough. That's real rough. What? That's really rough. But
It's okay,
how about?
Brie.
And I hand you a piece of fruit I grabbed from the ground. I'm like, put this in your gob. It'll make you feel better.
Another one.
What we're actually talking about in real time is something called a team move. Louis, it sounds like you're sharing a vulnerability and weakness with somebody. If you decide to ask them to confirm or deny that you should be here, here's what happens. If they confirm it, you get to mark potential and give them influence over you. And if they deny it, mark angry and shift one label up or down, your choice.
Well, knowing that part of my character sheet is I want to impress Brie, yeah, I'm gonna ask you to confirm whether or not I should keep going on this hero path that I so desperately want to be on.
Louie, buddy, absolutely you need to keep going on this hero quest. Do you think that we can find another drummer for the band? Absolutely not. You are the best drummer out there. Nobody can jump as high as you. Nobody can do ground pound like you can. Like, absolutely, you're in here. We're in here. We're together. We're together in this, Louie. So stop second guessing yourself, chump. Come on.
Oh
up.
man, Brie, you mean it?
Would I lie to you?
Woohoo!
And
That's
since you
awesome.
already have influence over Louis, you take a +1 on the next action that you would take toward Louis.
Hey.
Thank
Sweet.
you. Lovely. And we kind of button that off as we see zooming through the cobbled streets of the reef. Super speed, Forrest. You are still in hot pursuit, and this guy looks scared. But here's what happens. As soon as he sees you at his rear, this guy starts changing his strategy. And you see at 1 second, he's on the street, and in the next, jumping through buildings. He's trying to lose you in the crowded housing district by not following the roads anymore, but just going through buildings and seeing if you'll be able to keep up with him.
Well,
Fortunately for you, you can phase through
I can
things.
phase through stuff. Yeah, so I pull my goggles down, I strap them behind my head, and I'm like, here we go! And I run straight through the buildings right behind while being very careful. I'm phasing through and not actually damaging anything.
Lovely.
I am curious, do we know, can Forrest phase through people in organic matter or no?
guess we're-
That's horrifying.
Well,
I
like the
do not
land
know.
shark can't phase through people. I'm curious.
Well, I
is
guess
that...
we're gonna find out. Here's the
Is
thing.
this an
Oh,
unleash
God.
your powers, maybe? Because it's... Well, I don't know.
Let's see. I want to check the rule book on this. Because Unleash Your Powers is a very, very loose sort of rule. Or loose basic move.
Oh, it's a
Um,
freak move.
It's a freak move.
It's doing
Yeah.
something complicated, dangerous, and difficult with your powers, which could be trying to phase without causing destruction.
Yes.
Yeah, because
that
I
is
feel like
exactly
this
what's
isn't
happening.
necessarily. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think this is directly engage a threat, which is the other one.
This,
it's
that's
not like
that's
yeah.
exactly what this is. Here's what
Cool.
it looks like. You jump into one house and the shark isn't there, but a family is like celebrating a birthday party, and the candles go out as the kid is about to blow it out, and he starts crying, and it's like, oh no, I have to do this maybe 50 times. It's gonna be a puzzle.
Ah.
I have to do this as
Okay.
fast as possible. Let's see if you can do it without hurting anybody.
So I roll freak.
Yep.
Cool. And let's see.
Let's go.
Huzzah!
10 full hit.
Oh yeah, we should say out loud when we
The
roll
numbers
something.
instead of just
Good point.
bursting
Yeah, full
into
hit.
applause.
Ah!
On a hit, you do it. So here's exactly what happens. The intended effect was to make sure you could keep up with this guy, and you are fully keeping up. However, it takes a very long time. This guy is tricky. He's obviously a seasoned criminal, and this is
Right.
probably a route he's taken before. So instead of going for precision, you are going for quantity. You are jumping from every single house, greeting possibly every single person here.
I was saying not even jumping, just like literally running like straight through like
Oh,
like
lovely.
the walls. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like not jumping at all, just like whoom,
so
straight
people
through.
are horrified.
Yeah.
For a couple seconds.
I passed the kid. Happy birthday.
Boom, 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 boom. You're hitting house. Nothing. And Louie and Brie are a little bit further behind and sort of falling, but Forrest, you've been jumping from house to house to house until there are no more houses. You reach the end of the reef and run out onto sand. You finally reach the beach, the coast, and in the distance you see the boardwalk.
Oh God.
And this guy is heading straight towards it. And by the coast, carrying what seems like a ton of shells, freshly dived for, Cynthia, who sees the same exact sight of this guy running with the purse.
Oh my God. Do I see Forrest too?
Yeah.
You're too slow.
Okay. I drop all the shells, and I'm gonna try and stretch out to stop him, like throw out both my arms
Like
as like
clothesline?
so he'll like collide into them and like.
Lovely.
And
That
I let out the biggest sigh.
yeah, that sounds like a directly engage a threat.
Sure.
And we know that the land shark cannot go through people, so this could be something.
I have a thing for this. It's while I'm angry. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. I got a 3,
That's a miss.
which is
That is a
I do have a -1 to danger, so this is not the best
big
strat for
miss.
me.
Here's the thing. You're not thinking very fast. You don't have time to put the bag of shells down. You are stretching out your hands to try to make a clothesline, and this guy is going to carry your arm and like swing it around and hit Forrest as they're running, and Forrest goes flying into the ocean. Full momentum, huge splash, and this guy keeps running, and then all the shells that were used to hit it break.
Ooh.
And
Someone's in trouble.
this is the thing that is most concerning. This criminal is heading towards the boardwalk, almost straight at your mentor's little shop. And if there's anything people know about the boardwalk, it's that drip is loaded, and this guy is planning on stealing some stuff. And this, at this point, casually strolling past the end of the reef, you see Louie and Brie.
Yeah, can I ask Louie to carry me so we can get there faster?
Oh, like
Oh,
kangaroo
yeah.
style?
So
Yeah.
jumping past the roofs, Louie is carrying Brie. Like
I sure hope
princess
you don't
style.
get motion sick. Yoing.
I have my thermos of tea that I was like shaking and spilling everywhere. I'm like, okay, this is great.
And here, in a rough way, we have arrived at one of Mask's mechanics. This is our start to an encounter. It's our team up moment. When you enter a battle against a dangerous foe as a team, add 2 to the team pool. So now we are starting a real fight with this guy. And boom, boom, 2 team tokens have been added to the pool. At the beginning of every encounter, I'm going to ask the team to pick one leader for this encounter. They're going to lead the charge.
I would say, given that the land shark assailant is heading towards your mentor.
Yeah,
I probably would take the
let's do
lead on this.
that.
Lovely. If the leader has an influence over every teammate, add another team.
I do.
And
well, you
Cynthia
do.
does.
Yay.
And just listeners, add a team. It's like team points. Like you add a team point as opposed to
into
we're
our team
collabing or
pool.
something with somebody
Thank
else.
you for that. If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, add another team. So here's what's happening. Everybody sees this sight and this thief heading towards the boardwalk. What is everybody's individual goal for this encounter?
Just
my question with like goals, I know Cynthia's probably like, oh, I have to like if it's like, oh, protect this specific place, or is it like, oh, stop the person? Does that count as a different goal?
I'm counting stop the thief and protect Drip's place as 2 different things.
Yeah.
I want to impress Cynthia.
I want to stop the thief.
I want to stop the thief.
I want to protect the spot. I want to make sure that doesn't get
Lovely.
raided.
We are not all at the same page, and we don't get to add another team point because of that. If any team member mistrusts the leader of the team, remove a team. I don't think
Aw.
we're there yet, but
we love Cynthia.
we could
Oh,
be.
because we
Love
don't
Cynthia.
know yet about
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
being the
know.
storm. Okay, so then I have every reason to trust Cynthia.
And if your team is ill prepared or off balance, remove a team. I'll leave that up to y'all. What do you think?
I
It's been a-
I was
it's been a
just
rough-
holding a thing of shells. I
I think we're
personally am not
ill-prepared.
ready for this.
Yeah, it's a little off balance. This is not
Yeah,
your
I
greatest
mean-
start.
Sure.
I just got knocked over, so literally
Yeah.
off balance.
Great. So here's the cool thing, right? Normally, this is how we'd establish what team points are going to be used within a specific scene. Team points, again, can be used to add to roles or selfishly can be used to shift your labels.
Mm.
They're get out of jail free cards, essentially. Really important to make things go your way.
And you
Um,
use them to help other people, or if you're acting selfishly, you use it on yourself.
Right now you have 4. I'm going to remove one because you're off balance, but the leader of the team can mark a condition to avoid removing a team from the pool, if they so choose.
I think that I will do that.
Okay.
Because I think that I'm pretty angry now. I think that I'm pretty well. Let me see the conditions. Do I get to decide which?
You do. Most of the times, if there is something that says mark a condition, generally you get to choose which condition. Sometimes I will make a hard move on you. If you fail, roll a 0 to
Mhm.
6, and then I'll give you a condition or somebody else. Small exceptions could be there, but yeah, that's generally how it works.
I'm pretty pissed about this because
Yeah,
I was
makes
just
sense.
doing my stuff.
And
All
would you
right.
remind me how would Cynthia remove anger?
To remove a condition, there are some specific types of actions you can do. However, this encounter with the thief is considered like a scene, the book
Yeah.
calls it. Until the scene ends, your condition doesn't actually go away. It
Okay.
is like a health marker. If you mark out
Right.
all your conditions, you're actually taken out of the scene. Either you run away or you're just knocked out.
Okay.
I do have a quick question. With I know every single condition has individual ways of getting rid of them, like, hurting somebody, running away, that kind of stuff. The sharing of vulnerability or weakness, like team move, that can remove any condition.
Yes. Very, very astute. That's a great way to do that. For you specifically, if we look at Forrest's team moves, whenever they share a vulnerability, and they tell them they tell another person about a secret to their legacy, they get to clear condition and give the other person an influence. So Forrest has a unique way to clear conditions, and comfort or supporting somebody is also a great way to add a team to the pool or clear a condition to yourself.
So essentially, if I want to get rid of angry, I can I can break something or hurt someone in some way during this scene, but it doesn't clear till the end of the scene. So I would still get the penalty to the rolls throughout the whole scene. However, I do have a special move that allows me to clear angry
Bent.
specifically, so I might end up using that in this fight. We'll see.
How does turn order work in these kinds of encounters?
Very good question as well. This is a very fluid type of game. Sometimes things won't be put in terms of movement, but rather like location. This person's like very far from you. This person's close to you. Sometimes y'all will split up and we'll talk about turn order like that. But in this case, y'all as players can kind of jump in and get to choose.
I think I can do something while this individual's running away from us that could help and set us up for a better situation.
What do you do, Brie?
I want to I say, Cynthia, don't worry. And if you look at me, I like wink and I'm like, this dumbass doesn't know about the abjurative wards that protect the house. So I'm trying to mislead and trick him, which is one of my special moves.
Ooh,
Oh.
interesting. Let me look at that. Yeah, what a little shit. I love the delinquent.
Like I want him to think he can't like enter the house with his phasing.
Yeah. All right. When you mislead, distract, or trick someone, roll plus superior. On a hit, they're fooled, at least for a moment. On a 10 plus, choose 3. On a 7 to 9, choose 2. You get an opportunity, you expose a weakness or flaw, you confuse them for some time, you avoid further entanglement, and on a miss, you are hopelessly embroiled in it and under pressure. Market condition. I love it. Let's go for it.
So I yell that out. I don't have any situational bonus, right? No.
Have
They
you
just-
rolled an assess a situation yet?
I have not. It just asked me to input the value for
Nope.
that, and I don't, right? Okay.
You don't.
Hey,
Nice.
12.
12. Yeah,
Full hit.
these words strike this guy. Almost the fear of something witch-like is enough to stop this guy. Something freaky enough to reconsider it. And he turns around. I didn't know drip ran like that. I didn't know.
And
then
the-
what is the desired effect?
Yeah, the 3 that I'd like to choose. Well, the one that I don't want is I don't care about avoiding further entanglement. Like I think we're gonna fight this person, so I just they're confused. We have an opportunity, and the 3rd one is you expose a weakness or flaw.
Lovely. As they're turning around again on the sandy beach, there are onlookers everywhere now, and they're starting to gather around. And you can see it's almost like in this setting, there's not a lot to phase through, and a lot of people that he can't phase through as well. He could potentially hold them hostage, do some nefarious things, but right now, the fear of God's in him. There's some witch shit happening, and he didn't know Drip was that kind of guy. So he's momentarily thrown off. And another thing that is working in your favor, his land shark abilities don't specifically pertain to him just running around on the sand. So he's pretty slow when he's running.
Sweet.
If you can get him off the ground by any means, it'll be great. That's what you do.
Yeah, I did, and I winked at everyone before I said it, so y'all know that was a lie. So it's like,
I also definitely know that there's no.
yeah.
Definitely not.
The wink to you was don't say anything. Like, don't reveal this secret.
Can I attempt to run over, stretch my arms, and wrap them around him and hold him up into the sky?
Oh, 100%.
Is there a way? This quick question: is there a way to like support, like what someone else is doing? I know there's like influence.
That's
that
I think
kind of
technically
stuff.
the team moves,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you do a team move, or not a team move, like the team
You use
pool.
a team point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to like add a bonus.
But you can also do that after the roll to like make it to increase
To
it.
see if we need it.
Because when you do that, you have to say how you're helping out.
You can also
Right.
negatively influence somebody. Like, let's say you wanted to defend this criminal for whatever reason, you could defend them.
Gotcha.
Let me think. It sounds like you are probably trying to directly engage a threat. This engagement might come to blows.
Yeah. When I directly engage while I am angry, I can roll plus the label my mentor denies and clear angry, so I get to roll superior instead of danger.
Wow.
Baby!
Which is a
Because I know
+3.
that I'm pissed at this guy. I'm like, this guy does not even know what he's interrupting right now. This guy fucked with everything.
Shell collecting.
We take it
Hey.
really seriously.
We take
11.
Ooh, that's an
Nice.
11.
Full
Yep.
hit.
All right. On a 10 plus, you get to pick 2, resist or avoid their blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
I think I want to probably resist the blows. I don't want to take damage from this. I don't really have anything I want does he have anything? Has
Stole a
he has a
purse.
bunch of shells already or something?
He has a purse.
A
Like,
purse.
clearly somebody that he just...
Oh wait, that's what I am doing to put him up in the air is creating an opportunity for my allies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing.
Lovely.
If you're doing that, could I say? Did you say he has a purse? Like, are we trying to take that from him?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm gonna. Oh.
Let's hear your suggestion, but I'm hearing the foe is up in the air.
Who do we know that can jump up?
I was gonna run
high?
and grab the purse.
Well, how high are you holding the foe?
Purse
Up high.
sounds pretty high.
I don't know if you can jump that high.
Is this a conversation that's happening?
I don't want to take your turn from you, but it seems like something I would be better at.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to clarify.
I was like,
if
so,
that's a
like, take the
conversation
purse,
that
so if
actually
we're-
happens.
Yeah.
It's fun if it is.
I was thinking.
technically
My
could
thinking was like,
influence.
if we're trying to get the stuff away, and then you like pack the wallop, so we don't damage whatever he's taken. Is my thinking.
Or it's you hit it and then the purse falls out. Like he's like, ah!
And then I grab the purse before it falls.
I'll
or
tell
something.
you
The purse
what, the
doesn't know.
conversation I think is actually happening. And I'll be like, Forrest, how about you let me take this one? Things up in the sky. Now that's for me, right?
And he's
Okay.
Okay.
This isn't to provoke someone, is it?
No, not at all.
Okay.
They're just having a conversation.
Okay, so what do I roll for?
What are you trying to do?
I want to jump up and get the purse out of the assailant's hands.
It's a pretty simple ability that you have, and right now the opportunity is created for you. So genuinely, you just do that. You're a super powered person, and that just happens. So
Yeah.
after you grab it, there's an opportunity where the guy is now squirming. He's like, "All right, you've had your fun. Now put me down. I've got friends in higher places, and you don't want to mess with me. All right? Just a bunch of kids, nobodies.
So
All right?
you made a call.
You ain't no
someone?
savior."
Seems like you're in a high place of yourself.
This guy is trying to shift your label, Cynthia. He is going to reduce your savior, and increase your mundane.
I ain't gonna let. Well, okay. This remind me. This is does he? I guess he's an adult.
Mhm.
And so is he? He's using influence over me.
Yep. Hmm.
Okay.
All adults have influence, even the villains.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to resist it.
Okay. How does that look like? Is there a way you respond? This guy's telling you're not a savior. You're just a regular old person.
Now, does this have to mean that I like this just kind of rattles me? It doesn't change my action, does it?
It doesn't have to. No, you could
Yeah.
just give him a cold look. It could just be an internal sensation. But how does that register?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. This yeah, I'm just trying to do my job.
Which is?
Not destroying the shells in this place. Actually putting more shells in here. Keeping you from getting in there. I'm not saving anyone by myself, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why you got your friends.
I have an idea. Forrest, while we have the assailant subdued, what if you ran and got Aiden or ran and got somebody who can take this shark person elsewhere? Because we currently have them like contained.
Here's the thing that happens. After hearing all that from Cynthia, this villain is feeling really down on themselves. They just got beat up by a bunch of teenagers, and they're feeling incredibly insecure. And at this point, once they take this insecure condition, here's what they say. All right, fine. I give up. Turn myself in, man. There's enough people watching. I got a reputation. Just don't take the mask off, all right? I got enough to deal with as is.
I'm so curious what's under the mask, for real.
A bunch of spectators have officially started to surround you. Just don't.
Listen, I'm off the clock in like 30 more minutes, so I still got some shit to do. You guys take care of this, and I'm gonna start bringing
Wait,
him
wait,
down.
wait, 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 wait,
I'm
wait.
okay.
Should we
Do
carry
we-
this person?
I think we're
That-
out of our league. I think we need Aiden. Aiden will know exactly what to do.
Why can't we just take him ourselves to Aiden?
What? We can't rely on. Well, I think we can't rely on Aiden all the time. Sometimes we got to solve our problems ourselves.
Well, let's hear your suggestion then, Forrest.
Well,
I start singing. I'm very uncomfortable with the aggression in the air, and I start singing. I'm like, why can't we all just get along? It's not that big a deal. He stole one purse.
I'm like letting this guy. I'm letting this guy down, and I'm like, I'm not. I'm like walking
Okay,
away as I
grab
stretch my
his
arms. I'm
hand.
walking to the back.
I think I hold this, like I grab this guy by the arm to keep him tethered.
And something you notice, Brie, is that your ability is a thing that's volunteered into.
Yeah.
This guy's feeling really insecure, and you see that sort of adrenaline that was pumping through him is calming him down.
Oh.
You have successfully subdued this villain.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Now the question is what you're gonna do with all the people looking.
do we know whose purse it was?
Louis knows. And here's what happens. As you're putting him down, Brie, you've successfully subdued the situation and kind of cleared the emotion. In the space where you're not sure what to do without an adult, out from the crowd walking is the old woman that the purse was stolen from.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
My idea. Well, I think we say the punishment fits the crime. How about you give the purse back and apologize, and we call it a day?
How about you give the purse back and apologize and then do some community service?
Yeah. Pay it back.
Sounds good, Forrest. Just don't question Aiden again.
And you see the old woman is waving high. Oh, sweetheart, you shouldn't have. I do appreciate it. Louis, right? I seen you
That's
around.
me.
You're
Yeah.
making a name for yourself.
Ah, jeez. Well, don't forget the names of my friends. Here's Forrest, Cynthia, and Brie.
Oh wow, you got yourselves a little hero league. Oh,
yeah.
soon enough you'll get your titles, just like Aiden the Noble.
Oh,
You
don't worry
really
about
think
it.
so?
We don't
I
need
know
titles.
so. Or if my name ain't Mama Putin.
Mama Poutine!
Mama Putin.
And she floats the purse into her hands.
Levitate balloon powers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yes.
well, shucks. Well, I'm just glad we were here to help.
And a hand firm hits your shoulder, Louis, facing away from you. And turning around, you see the chiseled, charming face of the hero, Aiden the Noble. And the crowd just begins to clap. And the crowd, he starts to do the crowd work. He says, "Settle down, everybody, settle down, settle down."
While he's doing this crowd work, can I take off with the bad guy?
Yes.
He's all calmed down. He didn't
He's all
do
calmed
that
down.
much bad. I
By-
want to get him out of here.
By the way, I think at this point I've only got one arm wrapped around him, and I'm in the building, like doing work. Like I've
I thought
retreated
that you had
into
let
the-
go of him because I'm holding on to him now.
Okay, well I still like had a little bit attached, but if you tap my arm,
Yeah, I
I'll, like,
tap your arm.
I'll like let him go, and then I'm in the
Lovely. You can definitely start sneaking him out. Aiden is more focused on the crowd here, and he looks to you, Forrest, as well. He says, "Now these two teenagers, they're a shining example of what this city can become. If we help each other, if we trust our neighbors, and we build a better reef, well, we can just about do anything." And the crowd claps and cheers.
Yeehaw!
And he turns to you as the crowd disperses, and he says, "You two, can I have a quick chat?"
Oh,
Boy,
yeah, of course.
anything for you, Aiden.
"Yes, I heard a disturbance in the city, and I saw that the the central market was a little roughed up. That wouldn't happen to be any of either of your doings.
Sir,
I step forward and I say, "I'm sorry, Aiden. It was me. I was running a little bit too fast, and like we were trying to get him, and we
We're gonna
got
have
a
to roll
little
for
over our
this.
heads."
On the wind, you just hear suck ups. Losers.
We're gonna have to roll for this or something, because
No.
while
You
Louis
can play it out.
appreciates Forrest, I'll have to stop you right there. While I appreciate you trying to protect my feelings and my admiration for my absolute idol, Aiden, I have to confess it was my fault. But we've neutralized the assailant right here.
And then he turns around and completely gone. Completely gone.
And I do want to say, I'm not just letting him go. In an alley slightly away, I'm kind of like whapping him on the arm and going, "Don't steal from old people.
All right,
What is
all
wrong
right,
with you?
All right. It's a rough city. It's
Don't
not
pull
the
that
city.
shit again.
All right. You got a good
We
heart,
know your
kid.
MO now. We know your weaknesses. Don't come into our neighborhood again."
Ay. I mean, look, if it ain't too much to say, I know when people act tough. Yeah, act tough.
I am tough.
You remind me of my daughter. That's all I want to say. She got a good heart. And he's going to try to influence you and lower your superior and increase your savior.
You can, if you want, if you accept what they say, your labels adjust. If you want to keep your labels as they are, you must reject their influence, which is a roll.
I don't know. That's kind of fun.
It is fun, right?
I'm mad about it, but it's fine. Like, I think I want him to think I'm rejecting the influence, but I am gonna allow it to change my score. And I'm like, sure, get the heck out of here. Don't let me see you again.
And he walks off and just kind of bows. And you're left feeling like a little, in a small way, you've made a difference in this quiet, private moment. Back over there, Aiden is just kind of face palming at this point. All right, look, you teens, you do good, and I can tell you're trying to do good. But Louie, right?
That's me.
Louie, let me tell you about the world we live in. I want to make it a kind place, but at the end of the day, it's a very unfair place. And, well, some people have good powers and some other people have, and if you don't control your powers, you could end up hurting people. That's just the cold reality. And at the current point, I think you're trying to stretch something too thin. You don't need to save people all the time, right? You don't need to throw yourself in danger. In fact, you may be causing people more danger in the process. You want to know a great place to start? You want to know what a real hero does?
Yes. More than anything.
What a real hero can do is pick up a couple pieces of wood, maybe, some mortar, some pestle. They rebuild what was broken.
Okay.
This city faces a lot of danger, but you can rebuild. It's small things, really. They make a difference.
Yeah, Aiden, okay. Whatever
Yeah.
I could do to help.
That's just the reality. And he is trying to remove your. He's actually gonna say you're increasing your danger, because that's what he's telling you. You are. You're a danger. And then lower your mundane.
Oh no.
I mean, this is my idol. This hurts. I guess I take it. I do feel like I'm a danger to society. So I lower my mundane.
And let me tell you, you're doing good. You're really doing good. I'm telling you, but
Yeah.
we can do even better. Now, Forrest here, on the other hand, Forrest comes from a long line of well-respected witches. And now I need you to remember, with that power, you gotta be real careful to keep using it, right? Because it's a gift.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Even be irresponsible with it, right? You can. It's a God-given gift.
Interesting statement.
You're right.
It's a gift because, again, the world's unfair, but you have this immense power, and you could really make some big changes to stop these evils from happening in the city. Again, different types of help for different types of people, but hey, keep it up. I saw you running out there.
Thank you, sir.
I have
appreciate
to
that.
excuse myself.
Okay,
gotta
no
leave 'cause
problem.
I'm gonna
you
cry.
kids, you kids, don't worry yourself too much. And I do need to talk to your mother soon, Forrest. Uh,
Yeah.
I use some of her material components to help my abilities, but again, the burden of a young witch is powerful. Keep remembering that. But beyond that, you also have the burden of your abilities. Wear it with pride.
Thank you, sir.
He's gonna try to increase your freak, and yeah, you have wild powers, and he's going to try and lower. What would be interesting? I think maybe lower your savior. Yeah.
Fuck.
You can resist it.
Resisting does what again? It like
Let me read it. Rejecting influence. When you reject someone's influence, roll on a hit. You successfully hold to yourself and tune them out. On a 10+, choose 2. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. Clear a condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove them wrong. Shift one label up and one label down, your choice, or cancel their influence and take 1+1 forward against them. On a miss, their words hit you hard, mark a condition, and you adjust
And this
labels.
is just a raw roll, right?
I think I'm
This
gonna
is
I think
roll.
I'm gonna contest this because like
yeah.
I don't really I want to be like, Forrest like wants to be kind of this like hero, like savior, and like believes that like everyone could be a hero regardless of, their
So
powers.
almost in a way, you're defending Louis with this.
Yeah.
Aww.
All right, let's see you roll to
Reject influence is just flat
How do-
2d6. There's a section for it under the labels. It's under all the labels where you roll. There's one that says reject influence.
Oh, flat 2DC.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, reject. Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Fuck.
A 4.
No.
Not even a team.
Yeah.
Could help.
Wait a second. 6 is still a failure.
Yes.
Isn't it? Okay, never mind. Can multiple
Yeah.
people help?
Yeah.
Technically, yes, but they need to have a valid reason to do that if they're close to the situation.
If we
and I
say
think Brie
if
is far away
fucking,
and Cynthia is far away.
Well,
Yeah.
what I was thinking here, and this could be wrong, but just like time wise, what I was thinking is that if Louis comes back into an alley that I'm now rejoining the group and looks sad, I want to throw one of the fruit that I had at Aiden.
I'm okay with that.
And
I want to give Louis a hug.
Where I thought Louis was headed is the classic look for a public bathroom, get in a stall, breakdown.
If that's what you were looking for, then let's go with your narrative instead.
okay, so I didn't see it. Never mind.
You didn't see it.
We might have
do I take
passed
a
each
condition?
other. Huh? Oh.
Oh, sorry.
It's
I
also
was,
it's going to be
for
hard
the reject
for 2
influence
people.
since I missed.
Well,
You would need 3 people to help.
No, not with me.
Oh, do you add
If
more?
I do something criminal in
She's
my
throwing
help, I do 2 per additional token, which would be throwing.
I mean, I'm
the-
fine. I'm fine taking the condition.
Yeah, I just feel bad for Louis.
Yeah, I think that's part of the game, though. So
Yeah.
Facts.
I mean, I still want to go like help out Louis, but like
yeah.
Like I do think I
But-
would have reacted in that way,
In
but I
this
understand
moment-
that didn't.
in this moment of trying
Shake
to
out.
resist and speak up, I think you have all these emotions, all these words boiling under the surface, barely able to escape your throat. And the moment you do, he says, "Oh, I think I got a call." He pulls out a shell phone
Shell phone.
and
Wait.
listens to it. "Oh, your mother provided this to me. Extremely useful."
oh fuck.
Again, want to help. I think I have another call at the moment, but again, thank you so much. Keep working on those powers. All right, those powers. Very interested to see where they go. All right.
I just kind of nod and I'm like shell shocked.
Hey, nice
Shells.
one.
That was
And Aiden the
unintentional, but-
Noble walks away.
Well, one thing that I forgot to mention before is that for my protege, I think I get stuff from my mentor, and I chose one option, communicators. So
We then
maybe we
definitely
have those
everybody has
too at
shell
some
phones.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. So y'all have shell phones. Awesome. Good to know.
And what condition / labels do I just shift the way? the
You
freak
feel
is?
guilty for not speaking up.
Okay. And take the up one freak and down one savior.
Up one freak, down one savior. Yep.
I'm
Lovely.
listening to my crying playlist on my shell phone.
And I
It's just sounds of the ocean. It's just a shell.
Waves of sadness to waves of water.
Can
Mm.
I go check in on Louie?
Yeah, I
Maybe
also
hear
wanna
me
check in on
sobbing at
Louie.
this point.
Yeah. Let's.
Louie.
I'm not.
I think it's Brie.
Louis.
Yeah, it's me.
And
I know.
Oh, hey
Forrest.
guys. Sorry, maybe that apple really just threw my stomach. I gotta be in here.
And then it's the scene from Mamma Mia where they sing Chiquitita. You know?
Aww.
Chiquitita, you and I.
That the world.
The heartaches come and they go.
above
And,
you.
yeah.
Are you
I don't
comforting
like
someone?
musicals.
I think
I
I'm
don't think-
comforting someone.
Well, how about you say the words that you're comforting them with?
Well, I think it's literally I come in and I don't think I even acknowledge the crying. I am like, Louie, hey bud, I know you're like, I don't know if your stomach's upset or whatever, but I thought of this like sick new song and I wanted to sing it for you so you could, give your input for the band. And I sing under the guise of like, if you want to stop
Aw.
crying, you can take advantage of this song, but you don't have to. And like, you don't have to tell me if you're doing it or not.
I will
That's-
take the song and its added relaxing benefits. And I
Um,
will.
Let's see. It sounds like you are actually comforting or supporting somebody.
Cool.
If you want to do that, on a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. On a 10 plus, you can also add a team to the pool or clear condition yourself. So, a lot of benefits to doing this. It sounds like that's exactly what you're doing. It sounds like Louis wants to be comforted.
Yep.
So let's roll it
mundane.
to see what
Yeah.
happens.
My mundane isn't great, but I'm rolling.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a hit. That's a 8.
Nice.
lovely. On a hit, they hear you. So Louis, you can mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels if they open up to you. So let's play that out.
So I'm singing and I'm like, so I think it'll go a little something like this, like, you can't tell me shit. You haven't been in my sitch. You don't know who I am, and you never will. No, you never will. Incredible.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you came up with a new song for us to work on because honestly, I'm thinking about maybe switching career paths.
What?
Maybe I'll just work on the band full time.
I mean, you can work on the band full time and still have like a hobby of jumping up really high. Like,
Yeah, Aiden just made it sound like maybe it's better if I don't do so
oh my
much
gosh,
jumping.
that's so crazy that you talked about Aiden just now, because I actually was gonna write like the song is kind of the title of the song. I was gonna say it was gonna be like "Song for Aiden," was kind of the vibe I was going with.
Okay, so here's
But I
what's
know
gonna
that you got
happen.
like something special, and I understand that. But like, It's kind of like, I feel like once you get to a certain level of like knowledge and comfortability with your powers and all of that like Aiden so clearly has, that, is so compelling, you don't remember what it's like, like you can be good-hearted and still not remember what it was like when you were starting out. So that's like, just like, you don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm not dangerous. I just need more practice. I'll show Aiden. I'll prove myself. So I will take down my danger tick.
And that's what I was trying to get across.
I will increase my mundane.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brie. And Forrest, I also acknowledge that you're here, and I appreciate you. And I'm so happy that Aiden really loves your powers.
So Forrest, I like, I'm kind of dejected, and, not really sure what to say because I do feel very guilty. And I'm going to try to kind of make a little joke, like comedy thing.
Come on now.
So I walk outside like I'm sad, and I like stick my head through the wall. So it's just my head like poking through the wall. And I'm like, everyone's special in their own way. And, Louie, I think you're pretty awesome.
Thanks, Forrest.
Oh, Louie,
I'm sorry I snapped at you. You know how much Aiden means to me.
I know. Well, but you know how much you mean to me? And then I like stick my like arms through, like they're like super, like, through the wall. And I'm like, this much.
Aww.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
what time is it?
Cynthia's probably off.
Oh, you're so right. She does get off around this time. So crazy that you would mention that. Maybe we should go see if she's like busy or something.
You know what? Thanks so much for aiding my heartbreak, friends.
Anytime.
All right.
Just a quick rules lawyer interlude here. Not that it mattered, but because of your previous thing where you got influence over Louie, technically your 8 hit would have had a +1 on it because of the roll you had earlier. Remember you had +1 forward. It didn't matter, but just wanted to note that.
Anyway. And is that gone now? I don't have that.
You would have
Okay,
used
cool.
that.
So
So
I
that
will
was a
mark
9.
down that +forward.
Yeah.
Lovely. This entire time, Cynthia, you've been pretty hard at work.
I have been rechecking all of the stock to make sure not a single like I've been recounting it all. I'm like, there's no, like, maybe he got in here before and grabbed something. I'm also like muttering to myself, they're just giving powers out to anyone. They're swimming on land. What is that?
I would have to agree.
And
you hear from behind you as Drip enters the store. I think Drip, in his casual outfit, is drippy, to say the least. He's got surfer hair tied back, sun-kissed skin, like loose, like white shirt, and like kind of sage greenish, like khakis, like very torn up, very, very like definitely too buttoned down, like very, very much relaxed guy from the people, salt of the earth. And it looks like he just came back from like a run to the city. I heard there was a commotion or something.
Oh yeah, don't even worry about it. There was a shark guy who was trying to screw it. He didn't get anything. I was right here, and nothing got taken. And I'm checking. I'm double checking. He was just messing with somebody, I think. So.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal was.
Well, I got a new shipment, and he brings forward this chest. And he pops it open, and filled inside are these amulets that like look like there's like a little oyster, at the end of them. Yeah, I got these from a trader overseas. Apparently, they're great monster repellent. Very useful. I think we can sell them. Maybe upcharge it a little bit, but with the recent monster attacks, I think we can really market this. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, maybe won't keep out the shark guys, but obviously we have that handled. Sure, I can get these set up for you. I'm off in a couple minutes, but I'm happy to stay late if I need to.
Yeah, no worries. I just Um, and he looks sideways as a figure walks past, somebody he recognizes. Aiden the Noble struts past, chest forward, eyes looking forward, and for a second, I think he just glances and then kind of stops in his tracks.
Is everything okay, sir?
Aiden the Noble kind of straightens himself. Drip, it's been a long time. Yes? How are things? And Drip kind of just smiles and says, "Oh, I don't see you in this part of the city all that much. You've been weaseling your way down from the Noble District. Just making your way. I see houses look great, man. I love what you're doing with my place." And there is a definite tension in the air. Something you have not experienced before. You have never seen these two interact.
Excuse me, Mr. the Noble.
You don't. I'm still getting used to that name myself. It's interesting being given a title from the people, but maybe you'll earn one day yourself.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'm just here to help out. If there's anything I can get you, I'm about to leave, but I can leave you to it if you
Yeah,
have something
actually,
you need
we
to.
got these these new amulets. They repel monsters, says Drip. In your business, I think they'll be useful. Here, take one. On the house. And that is very unusual. Drip never gives anything for free.
Oh, fuck.
These
And,
hoes do not repel monsters.
It drains powers. Maybe. I don't know.
And he kind of Aiden is uncomfortable, which I don't think you've ever seen him in any public setting. And there's not a lot of people on the boardwalk right now, so it's a little interesting in terms of this dynamic. But Aiden, I think, says, "Well, I think I'll be on my way then. I'm glad to see you doing well for yourself," and walks off.
Oof.
Okay, new goal for us: parent trapping them.
Literally them.
It's so them.
Mary.
Around this time, can we say that we arrive at Cynthia's work?
I think there's still a little bit more time.
Okay.
I think at this point Drip is kind of seething a little bit. But then notices again, you're in the room. I'm sorry you had to see that.
No problem. I can get out of here. I can get out of your face.
No. You should know. Aiden the Noble isn't a given title, you know? People who are titled, they earn that sort of honor through their actions, and you know, Aiden has done pretty well for himself, but he tries to keep it on the low. But we knew each other as kids.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we knew each other. But he got me in trouble one day. It's pretty bad. Hey, some say I might have deserved it, but when the conditions are bad down here, sometimes you're forced to steal. But he came from the royal family. The noble isn't just a title given, it was a title he was born with, you know? Something that follows him and his haughtiness everywhere I go. And I tell you what, the problem with this society is these damn shells. I've been hooked to them since birth, but tell me this. If they didn't exist, if the nobility didn't push propaganda about it, if they didn't hoard everything to themselves, hell, you heard the news today. Hermit crabs being endangered. I mean, terrible, but we all know what's happening. The royal family is hoarding them so they can find quality shells, all the great power to themselves. fully intact shells, great power. It's all happening underneath our noses. I hate being surrounded by these things. And he takes a look around, takes stock of this shop, which is a full shop of curios, but most being shells, these things. Cynthia, in this world, last thing I want to see you be is, frankly, a piece of shit like that. I'm sorry, but you're old enough now. There's some grade A assholes, not powered people, grade A assholes in this world. You just saw one of them. I don't
Yeah,
want you to be like that guy at all.
Yeah, he seemed kind of I guess standoffish from what I could tell. I don't know too much about him.
People can delude themselves into thinking they're doing good. They really can. So, be a good friend. Be a good neighbor. We only got each other down here.
Yeah.
And people like them, who like to play pretend that they're one of us, they don't got your back. I do, okay?
So I have a question. If you, and I don't mean to be rude about this, and like I said, I get off in a little bit.
I know. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. But
No. That sorry. If you said you hate these shells so much, why do you sell them?
and he's kind of quiet for a moment. Guess it's all I've ever known. Here, take an advance on your pay. You've been a good employee this week. The new stand opened up the nearby. They're rebranding. It's a weird thing, but they got jumbo crabs, jumbo shrimp. They got it all. It's good stuff. I promise you that. Just tell
Thank
them
you.
Drip sent you.
Thank you, sir.
And don't end up like that guy, okay?
I don't know if my moves are shift or my labels are shifted, but I do feel shifted.
Yeah, this
Holy
guy
shit.
This guy has been pushing for you to be more mundane and less superior.
More mundane and less superior. Yeah, I
Yep.
take it. I mean, that's
Damn, that was good. Wow.
All right. Here's what we'll end with. Cynthia gets off work, and y'all can get some jumbo shrimp if you want.
I'm down to get shrimp.
I think that we show up at the end of the workday, since that was a pretty long conversation. You get off work and I already have a plate from the food truck.
We're just sitting
For
outside
you.
waiting.
We're
you.
like,
Yeah.
Cynthia.
Oh, I think I was gonna get a discount or something on that. You didn't have to.
Oh,
I just got
Did
paid.
someone say discount?
I got a discount. 5 finger.
A guy walks out from the stand. On it, you can see newly constructed a giant crab sign. And on it says, Jake's Jumbo Giblets.
Ooh.
Incredible.
Drip sent me.
Mouth starts.
Oh my God! Thank God. I've been needing some customers. Telling you what, Jake's got some big thing in the horizon. This little stand on this little boardwalk, we got big things in the horizon. Let me tell you, Drip sent you. I mean, we're closing for the day. Take whatever you want, kids. On me. Jake's got ya.
Forrest
Thanks,
starts
Jake.
slurping down. Jake, and it's just like
Are you
Speed eating.
allergic to crab?
ultra fast, eating as quickly as
I thought your
Forrest can run.
mouth was swelling up from the crab.
Oh, I know I'm
And
allergic, but
I just want to take a moment with Cynthia. I think one of my abilities is there's one where I give somebody props and they give me props too, or something like that. So I just want to take a moment with Cynthia. Oh, it's my team move.
Oh, okay.
Hey, good work today. If you weren't there, I don't know if we would have had it handled.
Well, I mean, I still got paid, so it's chill. It's thankfully that guy didn't do anything. So,
You're all about the business, huh?
well, I mean, to be fair, I was on the clock, so a little bit business.
I'll quickly jump in here. A team celebration, what distinguishes it from a good job, a high five, or a heart to heart, like on a surface level, it is passionate. It is filled with emotions, and like it pushes beyond pretenses of um that sort of formality in a friendship. It just bum rushes to like, holy shit, we did that. I'm so at a higher level right now. So an example of that would be after a concert or like mid concert, Brie
Sharing a
and
kiss.
Yeah.
Cynthia kiss. Yeah, it's
Well-
like that sort of thing. So
I do think that I'm like, yeah, I think we did a solid job with that guy. And I just kind of wanted to ask you, I felt like we had a really cool 1-2 punch there. Did I do all right in that sort of scenario?
Oh, come on now, Cynthia. You were amazing. I mean, like I'm saying, you're like the glue, the stretchy taffy that wraps us all up and keeps us together.
I don't know. Sometimes when I take charge, I feel like I kind of have like some sort of imposter syndrome with it, you know. But if you really think that I sort of can do that sometimes, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting something done. I don't know.
I think if you were there when Aiden had talked to all of us, he would have been so impressed. Like, I really think he would have told you how great you are.
Yeah, Aiden.
Yeah. And with that, maybe we crunch on our
yeah,
crab and the sun zoom out, maybe?
Can I say, because my team move is share a triumphant celebration with someone, tell them whether you see them as an equal.
That's when
If you do,
we have to be having a triumphant celebration. So it has to be like, yeah, we
gotcha,
just freaking did it.
See. I see.
yeah.
At the peak of laughter, the universe is flung into a kaleidoscope of new possibilities.
What is that?
That's just a quote. I can
I
look
love
up who said
that.
it. Right? I heard that. I was like, that's true. When I'm laughing
Seems
with
like
my
a Carl
besties,
Sagan quote.
everything feels possible.
Damn.
Carl Sagan.
This is an interesting place to leave off, but here's I'll narrate one last thing before
Gene Houston.
Gene Houston.
Okay.
But Forrest, you all may be hanging out, but you do know one thing. You do have to go back to your mom's house on the East Coast because Aiden the Noble told you to pick up some supplies that he desperately needed. So, as you tell the group this, I think we see you all begin to head off in that direction. And we'll move on to our next scene soon.
Yeah. Does your mom like crab? We could bring her some crab.
I carry the entire cart. Just kidding.
Okay, cool. So if that's where we wrap up, we can do the end of session moves. I know that we're not like focusing on advancement, but just to kind of cover it.
Yay!
Unless there's anything else, Anish.
Yeah, we can cover that just for the sake of.
I love end of session things.
Okay, at every end of session, this is for each of us.
Can we clarify for the podcast?
Yeah.
We're doing this because we need to do this in 2 separate recordings. Typically, if you had time to do like a full 4-hour session or 5-hour session, you wouldn't end it maybe necessarily here.
That's a decent ending spot.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I guess I have more context about everything that's happening. So.
Right.
Yeah.
We had an encounter.
Us
This
like
is-
seeing the iceberg above the water. Little do we know.
Yeah.
This is about like 30%.
We're 10%
Yeah.
through.
But at the end of every session, choose one for each of us. We each choose one for ourselves. Grow closer to the team. Explain who made you feel welcome. Give influence to that character and clear a condition or mark potential. Grow into your own image of yourself. Explain how you see yourself and why. Shift one label up and another down. Grow away from the team. Explain why you feel detached. Take influence over you away from another character.
So we each do this?
Yeah, individually.
Where is this? Is this on anything?
This is on the session moves just page of the rule book. It's not on the
So
Okay,
was
cool.
that I can choose that somebody else doesn't influence me as much?
You can, yeah, I believe on the team, though maybe it could also be any other character. I don't know. I think it's
I
supposed to be on the team.
I wonder if that could apply to like adults. Let me
Maybe.
double check.
It just says take influence over you away from another character. I don't know if that. I don't know.
I'd say that applies to adults. Why not?
I actually was gonna say, like, I think me and Forrest maybe have known each other for a long time. We're good friends. But seeing Forrest get that affirmation that I've always so much wanted, I do think I'm a little bitter towards my friend at the moment.
No,
Maybe-
yeah, I know.
So can I remove Forrest's influence on me?
Yes.
Okay.
What are the other options?
It's either grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team.
I think I want to grow closer to the team.
Explain who made you feel welcome, give influence to that character, and clear a condition or mark potential.
I think I feel closer to Louie.
Agree.
And then I mark potential?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
does
clear
Louie
a condition.
I don't have a condition.
You do. Because Louis selected grow away from the team. What about you, Forrest?
You said you do? I do what?
You clear a condition or mark potential.
So I'm just marking potential. I don't have any conditions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you do have a condition. I was like,
oh no, that's not what I said. No.
Okay, cool.
I feel like TBH, like honestly, God, to be honest, I feel also maybe that I grew apart from Louis a little bit. So I guess I would take away, because of the whole thing, I feel guilty.
You do have that condition.
Sure. I'm not sure how to make things better in the current moment. So I think I would take that influence away.
Lovely.
I'm struggling with grow closer or grow away, because I feel like I might take influence away from Aiden over me, if that's possible, because of what Drip told me. But also I had that good conversation with Louis, so...
Do you feel sus?
And none of you have influence over me, so I could give Louis influence over me. Because I was vulnerable with Louis there a little bit. So yeah, you can have influence.
I would definitely say that.
I'll mark potential. Because maybe I'm not totally against Aiden yet.
It's a confusing
okay, so
situation.
I took influence away. Do I do anything else?
No, that was the one you picked.
Nope.
That's it.
Thank you.
Interesting. And since our team fight is over, actually our team pool goes back to 1.
I thought that only goes back to 1 when time passes significantly, like a week or something.
Well, I do not know.
Yeah, rules lawyer, check it.
Yeah, we can. Well, we'll check by the time we come back.
And Anish, to also team celebrate we actually had realized that I've never had Anish as a DM before. Oh my gosh, how stunning the way that your news ended up all circling back. Like, I'm just so thrilled for the next session.
Very fun.
Yeah, I'm excited.
This is a wonderful DM.
Yeah, that was great.
Lovely.
All right. Well, that's the end of the first episode the first play episode for Masks. Join us next week and see what's going to happen.
Woo!
On the same side of the table.
What's behind the mask?
That's what the point of the mask is.